All right, fam, we live. Salute to the fam. Salute to the fam. Look like it is over. It is over. Young boy, 22-year-old Virgil Ortiz gets the stoppage over Maurice Hooker, stopping him in the 7th round. Man, looked like he dislocated the elbow of Maurice Hooker. And if I'm not mistaken, literally dislocated the elbow of Maurice Hooker with a punch. Man, this kid is strong, dog. This kid is strong. Came in this joint tonight, full head of steam, sitting on his punches, coming forward behind a high guard. Maurice Hooker trying to work behind his jab, use his length, use his distance. Tried his best, man. Had to keep on moving. It was doing pretty good, at least on my scorecard. First round, I gave it to Virgil Ortiz. Second round, I gave to Virgil Ortiz. Third round, I gave to Maurice Hooker. Fourth round, I gave to Maurice Hooker. Fifth round to Virgil Ortiz. Sixth round to Virgil Ortiz. And then it was over in the 7th. Damn, champ. Mohamed Horomtallah, what's up, family? Did you enjoy that fight tonight, man? This kid ain't nothing but the truth, man. All that power. Look at this, man. Oh my God. So it looked like he caught him with a right hand hook on the chin. Hold on. Okay, he caught him with a right hand to the body, jab to the body, right hand up top, and then Maurice Hooker just took a knee. So I thought he had a dislocated elbow, but yeah, it looked like he had either a dislocated elbow or either a broken hand. Let's listen to a little bit of commentary, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get both of our big round of...
I was hoping that we can get the interview. We'll wait for a minute, man. Yo, man, I'm a little confused on the stoppage. I mean, did he dislocate his elbow or did he break his hand? I don't know, but either way, it looked like he took a punch, a right hand straight to the jaw first, and then he just like turned around and just took a knee. But clearly something is either wrong with his arm or something is either wrong with his... Yeah, it's looking like his elbow. It's looking like his elbow, fam. It's looking like his elbow, but damn, man. Damn. Virgil Ortiz going in there. When he give his post-fight interview, we'll go on back to it, man. But Virgil Ortiz going in that joint, using all of his power up in there tonight, y'all. All of his power. You know what I'm saying? Chris Mannix didn't give Hooker any round. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. I gave Maurice Hooker, like I said, man, 2 rounds. I gave him rounds 3. I gave him rounds 4. You know, I thought round 4 was his best particular round. But then in that 5th round, to me, that was the turning point of the fight. Maurice Hooker was doing a good job, like I said, working behind his jab, constantly moving, doing a decent job, you know what I'm saying, using his boxing ability, throwing the right hand in there whenever he could, and it was working. I mean, Virgil Ortiz had to cover a lot of ground. He had to cover a lot of real estate to make it to the inside, to throw those hard shots to the inside, but he had to go through the jab. But Slim, in the 5th round was the turning point. A vicious body attack by Virgil Ortiz that changed everything about the fight. It looked like he hit him with like a right hand to the body and then came back with either a left hook or a left uppercut that landed like right in the sternum area. And then after that, he hit him with another right hand, boom, like down on the hip line. Bro, that's the one that stood him down. That thing made him like, yo, I felt that one. I knew he wasn't going to be the same. I knew it. And then like throughout that whole round, I mean, he had to stay in retreat mode, had to keep on moving out the way. He even went back to the corner at the end of that round and told Bomac, man, I couldn't breathe. He said, coach, my fault, coach, I couldn't breathe. My man ate a body. I don't know if it was that one that he, boom, hit him with the right, boom, then came back with the left that landed in the sternum area. But he went back and told Bomac, man, I can't breathe. Bomac like, look, man, you can't stand there and keep letting them beat on you. He like, man, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. What you expect? And then on top of all of that, man, I knew the writing was on the wall from there because in round 6, round 7, I said, yo, man, Maurice Hooker lowering his hands, had his hands got lowered. That body attack that happened in the 5th round got Maurice Hooker to lower his hands, made him a little bit jittery. Probably couldn't really get his wind together, started eating more and more shots, and Virgil Ortiz was throwing hard shots, like I said, coming forward, standing on his punches. Hard body shots. After that body attack in the 5th round, Virgil Ortiz knew, okay, that was the key for me to win this fight. He went back down to the body in the 6th round. I mean, just came back with just hard shots. Maurice Hooker, like I say, hands got lowered, started getting hit more and more down the stretch. It was just a matter of time, man. It was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to Virgil Ortiz.
You can see by the markings on your face. What was Maurice Hooker showing you early?
He was showing me that he was durable, definitely. He could definitely take a punch. He really could. He was smart. He was trying to get around my guard. I knew what to do.
What was the game plan coming in?
The game plan coming in was to slow him down because I knew he was going to want to box. He wouldn't want me to stay inside. I neutralized it.
You wound up finishing this fight, but during the fight, as you're landing a lot of power punches, was there a part of you thinking, look, I may have to go the distance here?
Honestly, yeah. I did think that I was going to go the distance at some point in the fight because, to be honest, the headshots weren't hurting him at all. He could take a punch. I'm not going to lie. I knew that it wasn't going to be the head, so that's when I started.
Yeah, that's good, man. The body was the key that won this fight for him.
What does a win like this do for you?
Definitely gives me more confidence to I believe in myself more that I'm ready for a title shot. Just whoever's willing to give me the opportunity, you know, I'm very respectful. I'm not going to call anyone a bum. I'm not like that at all.
See how he changed up after fights?
I respect every fighter that comes into this ring.
Call out
Just
Bud.
so happens
He was
that
calling out Bud before the
3
fight.
pieces of the welterweight title are actually in the building tonight with Errol Spence. And
We got Spence in the building too, fam. We got Spence in the building.
I don't have anything else to say. I do all my talking in the ring. I am in the ring right now, but you know what I mean, right?
This is what happens every time, man. Look, this is
like that to be your next fight.
that's
You know
bullshit.
what? If I get any opportunity from anyone, then of course, and Crawford is possibly the number 1 in the world, you know, definitely top 2. And if they give me that opportunity, I'm looking at you, bud. I'm looking at you. If you want to make this 5, and I'm more than willing to do it.
Do you believe at
Lame,
22
dog.
years old, you're ready for a Terrence Crawford?
I don't care if I'm ready or not. I want that fight.
Oh, he had to be forced into it, huh? They had to force it on him, huh? They had to force it on him, huh? I had to ask him 30, 40 times.
Ya sé que es más importante para mí. Fuck. I'm learning. I'm learning Spanish. All right, thank you.
We're going to bring in Maurice Hooker.
Let's listen to Mo Hooker. I'm gonna give it the time. I'm gonna give it y'all. So hold on. He straight fumbled that one, dog. He straight fumbled. I told y'all Virgil Ortiz be bluffing. He'll talk all that talk before the fight.
A lot of confidence. Looked like you hurt your hand there in the final round. What happened tonight?
I mean, it was a good fight. I've been out for a year. You know, it was a good fight. You know, Virgil.
It was a good fight, man.
You know, everybody in Dallas, Texas won, baby. Dallas win here.
What went wrong for you in this fight? It looked like early you were able to land some jabs. You didn't seem like you keep the pressure off at the end.
I've been off for a year and a half. You know, I know the first round gonna hop on me, so I had to get through the storm. The first 3 rounds, I've been all right. You see, I start getting my rhythm. But
got on his rhythm in the 3rd and the 4th.
You know?
You've been in with many good fighters, Maurice. Where does Virgil Ortiz rank?
He's young, he up and coming, but it's levels to this. I've been there with the best. He's a good guy. He's young, come, but top 2, trying to get Terrence Crawford. I don't know.
You don't think he's ready for a Terrence Crawford?
Virgil good, but he's not ready, man. I'm being honest. I
You say Virgil good, but he ain't ready for Terrence Crawford.
No, he's just not ready.
What does he have to do to be ready?
He got to keep taking fights, keep building himself up. He's gonna be ready. He's gonna be a world champion one day.
The final sequence. Did you?
All right, I don't think we need to hear too much from Mo Hooker, man. I'm gonna leave it at there. All right, hold on. Well, fam, I'm gonna leave it there for Mo Hooker, man. See, I tried to tell y'all. Every time with Virgil Ortiz, man, this dude be having hella quotes out there, man. I want Bud. We 99% sure we can make the fight. I'm this, I'm that. And then soon as after he get his fight, well, you know, if they can make the fight, if we can make the fight, I don't know, you know. But this is like every single time, man. Now, I want to know something now. I want to know this, though. And I don't want to cut too much to Spence Nation, but, yo, Earl Spence fans, I got Bud in the building in Texas, again in the backyard. Is we going to get a confrontation tonight? I hope I wake up tomorrow and we got videos everywhere of a confrontation between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Man, that'd just be it. That's what we need. But back to this, man. Like I said, man, it's always something with people, man. Every time it's time for Bud or somebody to step the Bud, is maybe. Oscar know damn well that he is not going to risk losing that young star right there, man. It's too early. It's too soon. He is 22 years old. And as you can clearly see by his pedigree, Shorty got a hell of a future ahead of him, man. I mean, Oscar would be smart to take his time with young Virgil. Would I like to see him and Crawford all day? But honestly, from a smart standpoint, don't do that to yourself right now, bruh. Don't do that to yourself. I seen some things in there tonight that Crawford can easily exploit, but I'm going to leave that be. The fact of the matter is tonight that Mo Hooker, man, he tried his best. He tried to work that jab. He tried to use his movement. It wasn't enough. This kid can punch. He got dynamite in both hands, stoppage in every single fight that he's ever been in. He has never been past the 7th round. Incredible. Never been past the 7th round, and he has now been in the ring with now 2 former world champions. Or is it 3? 2, I know for sure. Mauricio Herrera and, of course, Maurice Hooker. He's now been in there with 2 former champions, and he's stopping everything and everybody. He's only 22 years old. Y'all want to talk about Ryan Garcia? Y'all need to be talking about young Virgil. He the one. He's already ahead of the line. Now, tonight's fight, honestly, it could have been argued that it was a bad time for Maurice Hooker to be choosing this fight. Coming off such a long layoff and only having 1 fight at the welterweight division. Bruh, Virgil Ortiz been up there for 4 fights now. Fully acclimated to the weight class. Even coming in big for the weight class now. So I'm just saying, man, I mean, it could be argued that maybe he should have pumped his brakes a little bit. You know, maybe took a soft touch or something like that. Remember when the whole situation fell apart between Mo Hooker and Regis, man? Like, he should have just went back and just got another touch coming up to a whole nother weight class. I mean, that last fight, that was a minute ago for him. And he ain't fight like no kind of level of a competition. So I really thought he should have pumped his brakes and maybe took it a little bit slower. But however, I guess he had to test the waters against this kid, man. And this kid, man, he looks strong. Looking damn strong for a welterweight, fam. Looking damn strong for a welterweight. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Man, he say, man, Ortiz is folding like a lawn chair on Bud and Spence. Exactly. Exactly, man. Just talking to his self-talk. When you look at the boxing rankings, right? Let me go to the screen share real quick. Look at the rankings. Let's see what Ortiz gonna be sitting at, man. Let's see. All right. Now, of course, this is the story that we all been talking about, and that is Showtime Sean Porter being number 1, Virgil Ortiz now being number 2. So if Sean Porter steps out the way, and if the mandatory situation don't work out with him, well, of course, it's gonna go to young Virgil, especially since he just recently had a fight. That means he's free. So the WBO may want to come on down to Virgil Ortiz Jr. and say, well, okay, look, you ain't got to fumble the ball. You ain't got to give no answers now. Do you want to fight Terrence Crawford and become the mandatory? That'd be good. You know what I'm saying? He always had this chance before, but if he chooses not to, then he'll end up going down here somewhere. Maybe Aegis Kalvalauskas. You got to think about this, fam. Virgil Ortiz fights with DAZN. So we got to remember, man, we got to think about politically viable opponents for him. So from what I'm seeing, Mikey Garcia is off the table because, you know, his association with the Robbie Garcia boxing gym. Castillo Clayton. Would they do Castillo Clayton versus Virgil Ortiz to become the mandatory? Or Castillo Clayton, that's only if Sean Porter don't, you know, do what he need to do, or if the WBO don't make him the mandatory or whatever the case may be. Would they force Virgil Ortiz to face Castillo Clayton? Or would they just force Virgil Ortiz to go straight into a fight with Crawford? Both are possible. Both are possible. Now, when you look at him in the other sanctioning bodies, he ain't nowhere really to be found. You know, he's over here with the WBC, got him in number 6. David Avanesian, Danny Garcia, and Virgil Ortiz. Is that possible? Danny Garcia and Virgil Ortiz. Is that possible? Once again, we got Aegis Kalvalauskas' name hanging around Virgil Ortiz as well. Now, Aegis Kalvalauskas, Mean Machine, Terrence Crawford's last mandatory. Well, he's available, and he's a politically viable opponent that can go over to DAZN and face Virgil Ortiz. Would they do Aegis Kalvalauskas, a common opponent with Saturns Crawford, just to keep the clout chase alive? Just to keep the clout chase alive, would they do Aegis Kalvalauskas and Virgil Ortiz? It would make sense for the WBC, and it would make sense for the WBO, because Aegis Kalvalauskas is 5th right here in the WBO. So would they do Aegis Kalvalauskas versus Virgil Ortiz until Sean Porter decides what he's going to do? I think that's a high possibility. You look over here to the IBF, we got nothing. We got nothing. No Virgil Ortiz, nowhere. Now, we got Mo Hooker there, but we don't got Virgil Ortiz. When we go down here to the, what is it, the WBA, no Virgil Ortiz. So he's only really ranked in 2 sanctioning bodies. And that's crazy the WBA ain't got a rank, because long before Virgil Ortiz was fighting for the WBO, he was fighting for the WBA. Most of his fights, he was fighting for the WBA. And they don't even got that man ranked at welterweight. This was at 140, though. And they don't even got him ranked at welterweight. Damn. Well, his best chances, WBO and WBC. And the name that keeps popping up right beside Virgil Ortiz that makes sense outside of Castillo Clayton is Aegis Kalvalauskas. Would you like to see Mean Machine? Mean Machine, the one that everybody say that dropped? Bud. Would y'all want to see Mean Machine versus Virgil Ortiz? And that's being honest. That's according to what the rankings looking like. Of course, things can change. He can grow some balls, he can grow some nuts, and maybe jump out there with Crawford for real. I don't know. Maybe they find another opponent, but from what the rankings looking like, if we ain't talking about Castillo Clayton right there at number 4, then we got to be talking about Mean Machine Aegis Kalvalauskas. We'll see. We'll see. But as for Mo Hooker, man, I don't see Mo Hooker nowhere, bruh. I don't see Mo Hooker nowhere, man. Oh, man. Oh, here you go right here. 8th in the WBO. Damn, he going to get dropped down some, man. Ain't no telling which way Mo Hooker going to go, man. He may end up with the David Avanesians of the world. He may end up as food for Jerome Boots Ennis. Who knows? I can see that. I know Jerome Boots Ennis got that Sergey Lipinets fight coming up. Mo Hooker right there in the middle of them too. I mean, he could be fed. He could be fed to someone. Maybe a Regis Prograis. If Regis Prograis decides to really want to make that leap up to 47, maybe they pick back up where they left off. I don't know, man. I don't want to see Mo Hooker to go away just yet, but he's easy to figure out, and that's the only thing. I can't see Mo Hooker with that lack of power and that lack of willing to sit down on them punches like that because of his length. I don't see him trading like that with nobody at 47. Who are you going to trade with? I see Jerome Boots Ennis might be smoking him. I don't know where Mo Hooker going to go, champ. I don't know. Like I said, man, we talking about the David Avanesians of the world, the somebody. They're going to have to find somebody on the lower tier. I mean, he was already being rushed at welterweight anyway. Like I said, he only had 1 fight at the class. And he take one on a hard-ass young puncher like Virgil Ortiz, a guy that's been there for 4 fights. So I don't know, fam. I don't know. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. Ortiz will beat Ennis. You say Ortiz will beat Ennis? That's a damn good fight too, dog. That's a damn good fight. Virgil Ortiz versus Jerome Boots Ennis. Battle of the youngsters. 2 of the most up-and-coming blazing fighters in the welterweight division. But they got Jerome Boots Ennis got to get proven first, man. He's got to get the Sergey Lipinets out the way. He's got to get proven first. He's got to get in the win column with a decent name before we talking about doing this. But I like that fight. I like that damn fight, dog. And both men still young, man. A loss right now ain't going to affect them, man. They got a lot of fights ahead of them. Ortiz sounded lame. Man, he did sounded lame. Didn't he sound lame, Sammy? I'm like, what was that, man? Like straight up backed off the moment. I don't know why, man. I'm starting to get used to it. And that's sad to say. I'm really starting to get used to it. All of this talk before the fight, hyping it all up. I want Crawford. I want Crawford. He even got Oscar De La Hoya out here. Well, if he passed, Oscar told everybody before the fight, if he passed this with flying colors, if he passes with flying colors, well, outside of like maybe 1 or 2 rounds, looked like he did pretty well in there tonight. I guarantee you ain't going nowhere near towards Bud Crawford. It all meant nothing. It all meant nothing. He needs to grow some balls quick. Yeah, you need to. Stop talking all that talk before a fight, all that clout chasing, man. I keep telling everybody that's all they doing is clout chasing. That man Terrence Crawford was right there ringside, and you just straight back down. They try to save face in the end. That man was ringside, dog. It's like I told y'all, man, with Bud like Debo out this joint, man, when he halfway across the country, they got all his mouth to say. The minute that man show up in the building, no one wants to talk to him. What is he doing here? What is he doing here? You know what I'm saying? We got fighters saying, what is he doing here? I got Virgil Ortiz talking all this smack. Then a man show up, he got nothing to say. You can't make this up, bro. This ain't Mainman Mademan. This is real talk. The man shows up in the building and they scatter. I never seen nothing like it. Never seen nothing like it. Hooker said Ortiz is not ready. Hooker said that Ortiz, Hooker said that. He said, nah, man, he ain't ready. But I don't know what made Hooker want to really say that. Hooker had some successes, like I said, and he was doing a good job at boxing. And Bomac and everybody else, for that matter, was kept wanting to keep him from getting into a brawl with young Virgil. Virgil was punching too hard. I seen from the opening bell, he was punching too hard, coming forward, standing on punches while Mo Hooker constantly moving, not being able to stand on his punches, keep flicking that jab out there, not getting no pop on it. And I said, man, if he's going to keep on fighting this kind of fight, eventually he's going to have to stand his ground. What happens then? I just didn't think that fifth round would come like that, man. That body attack in the fifth round was nasty, man. It was nasty. It was nasty. Chris Mannix trying to give Ortiz a way out, talking you're 22. Are you ready for Bud? Mannix be doing this type of stuff all the time. Yeah, he throwing them alley-oops. Throwing them alley-oops, fam. Throwing them alley-oops. That's what you know that DAZN wants Virgil Ortiz to shine. Now, they saved him from that moment. They tried to bail him out of that moment because they can't embarrass him like that on their own network. I mean, Bud literally sitting there ringside, champ, and that man folded. That's why it's just can't make it up, man. Can't make it up. Ryan Garcia would have capitalized. I mean, come on. The least you can do is just, you can at least say something, get the crowd right. Like, we ain't had crowds in a while. You know, the crowd come out the night. I'm sure Texas showed out the night. Come on out looking good. They want to see stuff like that. Boxing needs stuff like that. You can't shy away from those moments. If we want boxing to really go back to what it need to be, when you got moments, when you got Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Bud Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, all under the same damn roof, within the same vicinity of each other, somebody got to say something. We can't just let the moment just go away, disappear, pass. It don't mean nothing. Somebody got to say something. What the hell is it? Didn't get, you know what the crazy part is, fam? Somebody gonna end up running back to Twitter or Instagram, and they're gonna type up a bunch of shit. Yeah, he's a bum. Yeah, you ain't want to say nothing to me when I was there. They're gonna run back to their safe space. And they then gonna go on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever the hell and got all this mouth to say. Salute to my family, my main man, 100 grand all day. Gary B in a building. Thank you, man. Salute to you in that super chat. Much love to your family. Hope you enjoyed tonight's fights, man. Ennis versus Ortiz will be a great matchup, but the suits will never let that happen now. But man, that would be lit. I would love that fight, man. Yeah, you know the suits ain't gonna allow that right now. Both of those fighters, unfortunately, are still kind of in the building stage, where I don't know if their handlers are ready to, you know, take the gamble and kind of put them out there. I got to give Oscar credit though. Like I said, if you really look at it, he's actually moving young Virgil the right way. He's not rushing him. Like I said, he's still young, making him into a star, building his home crowd, putting him in his backyard. You know, it's just going to be a matter of time before that name Virgil Ortiz might be ringing bells in Jerry's world. I got to give it to Oscar. He's building the kid. But the fact is, in today's world, we don't want to see all that when you got all that mouth. We want to see you fighting. But Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, that's a damn good fight. That's a damn good fight. Unfortunately, though, family, like I said, I just think they're both into the building stages, and neither side is just going to take that risk. You know what I mean? Real spill. Spence was not really trying to KO Garcia. So y'all must be wrapping it up about that. Same with Spence. Him and Bud in the same building and nothing. This could have been a WWE worthy promo, says Bruce Goes. What's up, family? Can you imagine a James Toney there? Bruce, I just, it doesn't make any sort of sense. Like I say, man, we can't let boxing go to this unknown soft place. You know what I'm saying? Like when rivals don't want to fight each other. You got fighters nowadays don't want to finish trilogies. They're pulling out of the trilogy. I got Anthony Joshua don't want to fight Andy Ruiz and they 1-1. Right? I mean, this stuff is not making any sort of sense. You got the biggest fight in boxing. I'm going to say that one more again for the people in the back. The biggest fight in boxing was just in that building tonight, and nobody said a word. That's real spill. That's real spill. You had the biggest fight in boxing. I better wake up tomorrow and see something on Fight Hype or Ellie Seckback or something, man. I better wake up tomorrow and see something. That's all I know, bro, because this ain't going to make any sort of sense to me if we get nothing from this family. Real spill. Real spill. Much love to the fam. DJ Zion Love in the building. What's up, man? Salute, salute. Hope you enjoyed tonight's fight, family. Hope you enjoyed tonight's fights, man. Yes, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, yo, man, Oscar would throw Virgil Ortiz out there before Ryan. Yeah. Well, Ryan long ways off, bro. Y'all, you know, Ryan is all hype right now, man. He's a hype train, just moving at a fast pace. That's all Ryan is. Ryan don't know what's going on for real. Ryan just running around in any little camera that was look how happy he was to beat Luke Campbell. The man jumping across, throwing his legs around grown men waistlines. Like he was happy he got his victory over Luke the Fluke. Luke the Fluke. And it was like the greatest thing since sliced bread for young Ryan. I ain't knocking him, man. I don't want to knock the kid. He's still a kid and he still got a long way to go. But the hype is just all around the kid right now. Oscar's doing it on his job. Oscar's on his job. I will say that. Oscar successfully attached Ryan's name to Pacquiao. He successfully attached Ryan's names to Tank Davis, to Devin Haney, to Teofimo, to everybody. He literally attached his name to everybody. And he's right. There's fighters out there that would rather fight Ryan before they rather fight another champion. He ain't lying about that. Got to give Oscar his credit on that. But the fact is, it's all hype. It's all hype. And I don't think Ryan still got a long ways to go. Y'all look at his footwork. He's bumbling and fumbling everywhere. It ain't his time yet. It ain't his time. It ain't his time. And DGO say Spence was hiding from Crawford. Man, yeah, y'all see Spence duck down in the sea. He was in that thing like this. I didn't even know he was there the whole time. I didn't even know he was there, family. I did not even know he was there. When did he come in? Did they sneak him in? Like he's in his own city. You would think that Earl Spence Jr. would make it like a grand entrance up in there. They literally snuck him in the back door. Like, hey, don't tell nobody, but Earl is here. Now he know Bud is here. So we don't, is Bud sitting over there? Okay, we're going to bring Earl in on this side because we don't want no problems up in this joint. What kind of stuff is that, man? When did he even come in? Like they showed when Bud was like walking in the place. Cameras all around him. They had Jamel Herring in there. The whole crew walked up in that joint. You know what I mean? They came in that thing. They showed Bud. They had the cameras all. They showed him like 2-3 times leading up to the fight. He's sitting in the back on the couch, got the phone, he cooling. Gave a little interview during the fight. They did none of that with Spence. They did none of that. Like, he ain't want nobody to know he was there. Now, granted, it could be politics at play here, just to give everybody a heads up. That was a DAZN show. Maybe he didn't want to have anything to do with a DAZN show. I'm going to help Spence Nation out a little bit with that. Maybe he says, yo, this is who? This is DAZN in there? Oh, no. Tell them to leave me alone. They could put a camera or two on me, but I ain't got nothing to say to nobody. I'm just sitting here to support my Texas brethren. That's it. Other than that, I got nothing to say about nobody. Don't ask me about Bud. I don't care if he's here. Matter of fact, once this fight is over, I'm walking straight out the door. I got nothing to say to no one. That ain't how boxing works. That ain't how boxing works. I knew it, man. Maurice Hooker chin was suspect after that Ramirez fight, and Virgil hit hard than Ramirez, but he better stay away from Bud and Spence. He should fight Danny before Crawford. Honestly, I mean, Virgil Ortiz versus Terrence Crawford in the ring, honestly, I don't think he's ready. I think he'll get touched up. I think he's a little bit too patient. All of that coming forward with your hands in a high guard, trying to make it through a powerful puncher like Terrence Crawford, who has length as well, who has a long reach as well. This ain't Mo Hooker. He ain't going to sit back and pity pat you with a jab. He ain't going to sit back and pity pat you with a jab. You still going to have to cover the same similar real estate and get into the inside on Bud Crawford. You're going to have to take a lot of incoming fire. But this ain't Mo Hooker. This man is a knockout artist. The same way that Virgil Ortiz is supposedly a knockout, but this is a knockout artist. An experienced, high-level, high-pedigree knockout artist. Y'all better slow that kid down. That post-fight interview should have told everybody what they need to know and need to hear. Y'all heard the bumbling and the fumbling. That should tell you everything you need to know. He's still a kid. He ain't ready for real. It ain't in him yet. I ain't saying he ain't gonna be there, but he ain't there yet. He ain't quite that confident. He's still taking orders and taking talking points. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz got swollen by Hooker. Too bad that he hurt his hand on Ortiz's head. I honestly would have liked to see that fight how it would have went down the stretch. Like I said, man, I gave rounds 3 and 4 to Mo Hooker. Now, I mean, I'm being honest though, man. After that 5th round body attack, that 5th round took the win out of him. That body attack took the win out of him in the 5th round. In the 6th round, his hands were dropping. They were just constantly dropping. They were fidgety. He was so worried about them ribs getting banged in. And I knew that was just a matter of time. He kept dropping his hands. I said, something won't come over the top. And then Virgil Ortiz was already landing that right hand pretty good. He was already landing it pretty damn good. Mo Hooker dropping his hands in that 6th round because of his jittyness. When y'all go back and watch this fight, pay close attention to the 6th round after that 5th round. And you'll see his hands were much lower. And he was so jittery, like he wasn't. At that point, Virgil Ortiz could have constantly just fainted the hell out of him, got him to drop them hands, and it would have been night-night. He had Mo Hooker where he wanted him after that 5th round. He literally could have fainted himself to a win at that point. Mo Hooker was so concerned about it, the body attack. And that was a good job by Virgil Ortiz, man. Good job by Virgil Ortiz. Oscar doing a better job than Heyman and Eddie when it comes to Ryan. Ryan is supposedly the 12th most marketable athlete in the world, allegedly. Oscar got a lot of power over press, man. He got a Ring magazine, you know what I mean? He got a lot of power over press. And so, of course, Oscar's built stars before. He know how to do it. He's been a star himself. He knows what it takes. That's one thing I never took away from Oscar De La Hoya. Make fun of him all y'all want. I always say this. But Oscar knows how to make a star. Oscar's supposed to have been gone out of this boxing game a long time ago. Oscar stood the test of time. He got all his fighters taken. He had one of his closest business associates stab him in the back. He was left for dead. Honestly, truth be told. But Oscar hung in there. Kept Canelo close. Now him and Canelo beefing. What did he do? Bye, Canelo. See you later. It is what it is. I'm going to start building these 2 youngsters over here. Right back at it again. Oscar didn't go away. He didn't get minimized like Lou DiBella or any of the other promoters. Oscar stood on his own 10. Still got a network deal with DAZN. And he got the whole division talking about his young fighter that doesn't even have a belt. Oscar's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Conigma, what's up, family? They're going to attach Ortiz to Bud. Why? Oh, they've been doing that for the last 2-3 fights. The last 2-3 fights, bro. Bud Crawford name constantly all over Virgil Ortiz. I'm done falling for it. I'm not falling for it no more. The next time Virgil Ortiz fights, miss me with anything about Terrence Crawford. Don't even mention Terrence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Coach K, what's up with you, man? Hope you enjoyed tonight's fights, family. Oscar got one with Virgil, man. He nice. Bud is the truth. Earl don't want that smoke. Yeah. Earl is really on his little diva shit, man. Like, he come in that joint to act like he He literally, the one thing I got to give it to him, he is not letting the pressure get to him. He's walking around boxing, acting like he doesn't have the biggest fight in boxing right there in his hands. Like how risky can you get? Over marination. Bro, you get in there with the wrong dude. You got Jerron Boots Ennis coming. You got young Virgil coming. You got Keith going to be coming back hungry. Sean Porter, well, I don't know what Reverend Sean going to do, but at the end of the day, you got a lot of hungry fighters around you, champ. Y'all keep on running this risk. Y'all ain't getting no younger. Y'all keep on being in the same building and not talking to each other. Just keep on. Just keep on. Just keep on. Damn right, he was wearing a full face mask and a hat, and sunglasses and everything. He ain't want nobody to see him. He probably was mad when they put the cameras on him on the low. Like, dang, who told him I was here? Did you tell him I was here? I didn't tell you. I told you don't tell nobody I was coming. Man, you should have gave me that mask I told you to give me, and I could have wore a wig or something. Man, nobody had to know I was here. Now everybody gonna know I'm here, including Terrence Bud Crawford. Damn. But I will say this, family. Virgil Ortiz time is gonna come. Maurice Hooker's a step-up fight. Let me go to Virgil Ortiz's resume real quick. Hold on. All right. So Virgil Ortiz is, to his credit, he's been doing nothing but stepping up, man. I mean, real spill. You look at his run. All right. You look at his run right here. Let me get this just right. Now, Antonio Orozco. Hold on. Antonio Orozco in 2019, right? Stepping it up. That was for the, well, I don't get to no belts, but Antonio Orozco, that's a good opponent. Stepping it on up. Well, Mauricio Herrera was his first fight at welterweight, if I recall. Stopped Mauricio Herrera in 3 rounds. Mauricio Herrera was a shell of his former self, well past it, well over it, sure, but still a former champion. Stepped up here, went up to Antonio Orozco. Antonio Orozco had a 28-1 record at the time. Damn good fight. His only loss was to Jose Ramirez, if I recall. Took Jose Ramirez all 12. Tough fighter. Virgil stopped him. Stopped him better than Jose Ramirez did. Beat him better than Jose Ramirez did. Brad Solomon, not too much did, but remember Samuel Vargas. Samuel Vargas has been in the ring with everyone, including Earl Spence Jr., Danny Garcia, guys like that. I think he fought Amir Khan. He's been around. Got rid of this dude. And then he's stepping up to Maurice Hooker. So as you look at his level, he's constantly kind of gradually, he's stepping in there with experienced guys like Samuel Vargas and Mauricio Herrera, former world champions like Maurice Hooker and Mauricio Herrera, and even Antonio Orozco, a tough fighter. Like he's getting sharp, like he's being sharpened. That's why I say his moment eventually is going to come, and I think he's going to be ready for it. I don't know who is going to come against. It could be Jerron Boots Ennis. Could be. Could be, I don't know, could be still one of the guys that's there. It could be against a Bud Crawford or Earl Spence Jr. by that time, a couple years down the line. Who knows? But I'm saying his moment is coming. He is being groomed. Look at his level of competition. He's being groomed for a big, big future in a big, big moment, which is why you know that he's not going to take no chance against Terrence Crawford right now. Look at this. Mauricio Herrera, Roscoe, Brad Solomon, Samuel Vargas, and now Maurice Hooker. These are better wins than I could point out so many welterweights who don't even got this caliber of wins that we talk about. He's only 22. Where's he going to be by 25? I think he's going to be out of 47. I think by 26, 27, he might be pushing towards 54. He's getting big, man. He's a big kid. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But I like him, though, man. I like him, though. You know, just I hate the fact that he keep just clout chasing and backing down from Terrence Crawford. But outside of that, as far as inside of that ring, yeah, man, Shawty is a diamond, man. And I got to give it to him. He's a dynamic fighter. I think he's getting better. I like his power. His defense can use a little bit of tweaking. You see, he got marked up pretty good up in there tonight. But Maurice Hooker is a top tier opponent, man. I mean, at least he was at 140. 147, starting to have my doubts, but we'll see. Nah, man, we can't go for that. Bud says he's not worried about Spence and got more belts. About to get a third and on tail Bud 60-40. what did at 140 don't matter. Spence bigger at 147. I hear you, Twinsky. I'm going to save you a bunch of time. I'm not even going to do that thing with you because I know what you're doing. So I'm going to save you a bunch of time. I've got me a new defense mechanism about that conversation. So we're going to skip all of that crap. The numbers, carry the one, who sold what, who from who did that, who fought what, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, I'm going to cut all of that out. I'm going to say this. Either your man come correct when it's all said and done. I don't care what he doing right now. He go beat Ugas, go beat whoever. That turns go do what he got to do. Sean Porter, whoever it is. The day that it's time for these two fighters to fight and make the biggest fight in boxing, I'm going to ask you a question, Mr. Twinsky. Is Errol Spence Jr. going to walk out the door in the biggest fight in boxing, a chance for undisputed? Right? I don't care how many belts he got. At the end of the day, with them 3 belts, you can still make that biggest fight with no one else other than Terrence Crawford. You can't be undisputed with no one else other than Terrence Crawford, which means that all roads to undisputed leads through Terrence Crawford. So what if this? If Terrence says either 50-50, or you can get on your first your new horse and ride your ass back to your ranch and risk go fight Keith Thurman, a guy that you don't want to fight, or risk go up to 154 and fight your stablemate in Jamel Charlo. Or you can go back to a bunch of rematches and make 2-3 million a fight when you're turning down 30 to 40 million for fighting me for undisputed, all because you want to be a diva. What you gonna do? Is Earl gonna take his happy ass on the horse that he rode in on and go back and call up Keith Thurman and Jamel Charlo? Or is he going to come to his senses and say, I got to remember that all roads leads to Bud Crawford? And here's another question. Will he ever have another chance at undisputed? Bud's already been undisputed. He already checked that box. Will he do it? See, you keep talking like that, and you risk this man bossing up like that. And then Errol Spence going to be sitting at home in a quiet corner asking himself a question. Do I really want to walk out the door on $30 million, a chance at undisputed, because I'm a diva? I'm a diva. I'm a diva. That's what he's going to have to ask. But we're going to move right along. So answer that question for me. You know what I'm saying? Riddle me that. You dig? Let's keep it pushing. I'm glad Bud said in the interview that Spence fight is behind him. Spence can take that 70-30 and sit down somewhere. There you go. There you go. See, Spence got to understand the road ain't but so long, bro. There ain't but so many names. Eventually, you're going to have to come to your senses. For anyone who ever wonder, Spence is just doing what he needs to do, right? I don't mind. I don't like the fact that when they're in the same building and they don't confront each other, they can turn boxing upside down right now. That last one they did turned it upside. They could turn boxing upside down tonight. They can set boxing on fire with just a simple confrontation. But they know that they far away from the fight. They know that they ain't fighting no time soon. They know. They know. They talk. Y'all think that they hate each other so much. They talk. And they know that they far away from that fight. So ain't no reason to talk about nothing right now. I got a deal that I got to work out on my side. That's Terrence Crawford. I got to work out my contract situation soon. And, well, you, on the other hand, you want to go face your Danish Ugas, which, hey, go do your thing. We ain't got no fight no time soon. But that still doesn't stop the fact that they should confront each other and get that shit hyped up. Because it can easily die out. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Real spill. Patrick Lynn says, yo, bring on Crawford. Ortiz knocks out Crawford in exciting fight. I don't know, man. You know, like I said, Crawford got reach, just like Maurice Hooker got reach. He gonna have to go through a lot of firepower to get into the body of a Terrence Crawford. And make no mistake about it, there will be adjustments made along the way. Maurice Hooker tonight fought the same way, round after round after round. No, Crawford gonna give you different looks. He gonna be a switch hitter. He gonna change up the pace. So many things are gonna be changing throughout of the fight as he's processing you. So what Mo Hooker did in there tonight, that was one gear. One gear. There's no way that Terrence Crawford is going to fight in one gear for an entire fight. It's just not going to happen, family. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. DJ Zion Love in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love to you, man. Thank you for your support, family. Thank you very much, man. Blessings to you, bro. Much blessings to you, man. And everybody up in this joint tonight, hit the thumbs up for the homie, man. Thumbs up for the homie. If you are seeing me for the first time, I am Mainman Mademan. Hit that subscribe button on it. We are a fam over here, man. We keep it 100 at all times, and we look out for our own. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? Much love to everybody. Hit that thumbs up for me tonight, and much love to the homie DJ Zion Love, man. All day. Hey, Zo, DJ Zion Love, man. We're gonna do a like a collab joint again, man. Get you back up on the channel, man. You and a bunch of other channels, man. I want y'all to come on back on over and rock with the homie, man. Real spill. Real spill. Thurman would be the next step for Virgil. Interesting. Now, that's an interesting fight, Arturo. That is a very, and no one ever mentioned that. Keith Thurman and Virgil Ortiz. That's an interesting stylistic. I'm a Keith Thurman fan, but I know Keith Thurman has a weakness to the body. I mean, we all know. We've seen Keith get on his bike several times after taking a solid body shot. What I seen in it tonight from Virgil in that 5th round, how would Keith take that? Keith gonna move. Keith gonna move, and Keith gonna hit him hard. Pot shot him and move. Pow. Pot shot him and move. Pow. Lower him into a big looping right hand. Pow. Move. Keith is very, very educated in the ring. This is Mo Hooker y'all saw tonight. I like Mo Hooker. Lord knows I do. But this ain't Keith. Keith is a much better mover than Hooker. Much more fluid. Much more fluid. He's going to be setting traps. But Keith is weak to the body. That's an interesting fight, family. That's an interesting fight. Unfortunately, politically, don't see it happening. That's the thing about Virgil Ortiz. Trapped on an app. Trapped on an app. That's the thing. Now, Oscar's going to be hard-pressed getting them big names. And the way these political games are played in today's boxing, they would, you know, ice him out or lock him out or whatever the case may be, forcing him to leave. Yo, I don't know which way he really goes outside of Aegis Kalvalauskas. Y'all thought I was playing at the top of the program. I was serious. It's looking realistically that his next opponent may be Mean Machine, Terrence Crawford's last mandatory. And that ain't a bad fight, believe it or not. See, Aegis Kalvalauskas get a lot of bad press because of Crawford. You know, Crawford fought Mean Machine, but you know, they like to, but actually, Mean Machine is actually a pretty good fighter. Fought Ray Robinson to a draw. Got back into the win column right after Terrence Crawford, still winning. And he's a hard puncher, former Olympian. Does Virgil Ortiz have an Olympian under his belt? I don't think so. I think Aegis Kalvalauskas versus Virgil Ortiz is very, very possible. Aegis comes with no political attachments. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. I was waiting for your response. 60-40 fair on Spence side. He got 3 belts. If Crawford really wanted, let's go. He's getting paid $3 million trash guys. That's C-level fighters for him at Top Rank. Well, that's what happens, man, when you on fire. Top Rank had to dig deep to keep the man. ESPN had to dig deep to keep the man. You should be congratulating them, Twinsky. They had to dig deep to keep the man because he's so in demand. You don't think that PBC would have made an offer for him quick, fast, in a hurry if Bob would have let him walk away? You don't think Eddie's already on record? Eddie's already put it out there. The second that he walks away from Bob, oh, we definitely going to make a play for him. So they had to dig deep to keep him. It ain't $3 million to fight bums. It's $3 million to keep one of the hottest fighters in boxing. That's what it takes. And $1 million penalty on your promoter. Don't forget that part. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that part. That's what happens when you're so in demand. Right? I've peeped that in Mo. 1 gear, no change up. Sit there and exchange as if he's a big puncher. When I saw that, I knew the end was coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. He didn't switch it up. He didn't switch it down. And when he sat down at the end of that 5th round and he told Bomac, I can't breathe, I couldn't react the way, I said, oh my gosh. he ain't. It's not going to look good for him from this point in the 5th round to get into a brawl when he can't breathe and he got no oxygen. Worrying about his ribs too much, dropping them hands. This ain't a chance to time to get into a brawl. He's not going to be able to sustain boxing. I knew it from that moment on down. And he wasn't going to kick it into high gear. Just couldn't do it. It was too late. That 5th round wiped out everything. That 5th round, when y'all go back and watch this fight tomorrow, tonight, or whenever you do it, that 5th round wiped out everything in Mo Hooker. I mean, if he wouldn't have sustained the 5th round like that, he could have probably even hung in there a little. He could have hung in there definitely a little. Their plan was to take Virgil Ortiz to the second half of the fight. Everybody wants to see what Virgil Ortiz looks like in the second half of a fight. He's never been beyond the 7th round. So everyone feels as though that the answer to the jigsaw puzzle, it lays somewhere between the 8th and 12th round. Because no one has seen it from 1 through 7. So their plan tonight was for them to go to deep into the into the later rounds and try to drown them. And maybe that could be the reason why Mo Hooker wasn't putting too many hard shots out there, just kind of moving and jabbing, which is the game plan. But we knew he wasn't going to be able to sustain it. We knew it. But he didn't kick into that second gear, fam. He just didn't do it. He just didn't do it. Looking like Larry Holmes, slabby and sick. Man, you know what, man? He fought his heart out tonight. Unfortunately, man, Mo Hooker, man, lost in front of his home crowd again. God dang, that's the hard thing. That's the part that's going to hurt him. And that's the part that's going to, that's what's going to make it hard for him to get off the couch. The fact he lost in Dallas twice. He lost to Jose Ramirez and then turned around and lost to Virgil Ortiz in his backyard. That's the thing that hurts more than anything. He got to walk around and his peers know that his 2 biggest fights, he lost right there in his backyard. Fought his heart out in both. He really did. But that's going to take a toll on him. And his real friends, his real family, they're going to have to be there for him, man, because he lost in his backyard, man. That's going to take a hard mental toll on Mo Hooker. I really believe so. You know what I'm saying? I really believe so. Coach K says, yo, Virgil's body attack gets Keith out of there. That's going to be the interesting thing. But by Keith being a better mover, susceptible to the body, I will admit, very susceptible to the body. Remember the body shot that Luis Collazo landed? My man Keith like, oh, snap. He was running across the ring like, let me get away from this dude, champ. He can't take it to the body. Virgil still got a good tank. He's still young. I mean, clearly, even in there tonight, when he went 7, didn't show no signs of huffing and puffing. Didn't look like he was, even though he tipped the scales a little bit going into this fight, still didn't see no signs of huffing and puffing. And he had to chase Mo Hooker in a lot of portions of this fight. He had to walk through a lot of stuff that Mo Hooker was, well, should I say walk through a jab more so than anything. He was marking him up, though, man. I just wondered what would happen in them later rounds, man. If was a 5th, you know what I'm saying? If was a 5th. Mohamed Horomtallah said, yo, Hooker fought Ortiz's fight, which made it easy for him to attack the body. I want to see him against a fighter that would take the body punches away from him. Yeah, and a guy like Keith Thurman would do that. A guy like Keith Thurman would definitely take that body work away because he's going to move. He's going to definitely move. He's going to be educated. If he was in there with a guy like Earl going to go 5 for 5 with him. Earl going to go mano a mano. That's who Earl is. But a guy like Terrence, a guy like Keith, nah, they're going to move. They're going to move. The question is, how long can they move? They're going to even, just like any other fighter, if there's going to come moments in that fight that they're going to have to stand their ground. Whether it be up against a rope, whether it be in a corner, whether it be in the 7th, 8th, 9th round, we're talking mid-30-year-old fighters. They're going to have to stand their ground. I think Bud, though, man, I just think that Bud will go back and forth with him, bro. I just don't think Virgil Ortiz, the same way we've been saying that Mo Hooker didn't want to get into a 5 fight with Virgil, I don't think Virgil really want to get into a 5 fight with Bud. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, Virgil got all stoppages, sure. But I don't think he want to get into a fight with Crawford, man. I just don't see it. Credit to Hooker for fighting some tough Mexicans all day. All day. Salute to Mo Hooker, man. He don't run from nothing. You know, took on hard challenges in his backyard. Like I said, I thought tonight's challenge wasn't a smart matchmaking move in Mo Hooker's favor. I didn't think so. I didn't think this was a smart matchmaking move, not having one fight at the weight class and then being inactive. I think he hasn't fought, in a year? Nah, man, it just wasn't a good matchup. It wasn't a good matchmaking. I ain't gonna say matchup. Wasn't a good matchmaking effort from his people. They should have got him a couple more touches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see you. Yeah, my main man D-Ray is in the building. What's up, family? I made it to this live to say hit that like button for the homie all day. Thank you, family. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Y'all just chilling, just looking. You know what I'm saying? Hit the thumbs up, man. You know what I'm saying? We going live on a Saturday night, bringing y'all this real spill up in this joint. The least you can do is hit the thumbs up for the homie. Thumb up, thumb up, thumb up. You know what I'm saying? All day. All day. Much love to y'all, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Viva Hooker. Bring the tequila. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. Look, man. Look. Hey, Mo Hooker gonna be all right, man. Mo Hooker gonna be all right. He took some losses in his backyard to the Mexican fighters, but he gonna be all right, man. You know, he can't go back down to 140. That's off the table. That's off the table. Mo Hooker says 140 is gone. So he got to get acclimated to 147. Start back from scratch, bro. Acclimate yourself. Do something like what your Danis Ugas did. Your Danis Ugas, a man who took several losses, got written off, went back to square one, went back into the gym, got a new game plan, became a new fighter, and came out and started kicking ass, and now he has the WBA Super Championship with 4 losses. If it's not more, I could be wrong, could be more, but I think it's 4. And everybody wrote them off. So Mo Hooker can be that guy, man. Go to the gym, get your weight together, put some muscle on. I know his body is what his body is. He got that Robert Easter Jr. type body. You know what I'm saying? Put some muscle on, man. Go back to the drawing board. Him and Bomac ain't really even been together that long. Get that chemistry going. Don't just let them put you out there against bad matchups when it ain't really that, it ain't time. You know, you got one fight at 147 from 140. This man got 4, and he tipping the scales. I don't know. DAZN Twitter just posted a tweet about Ortiz loving to have a fight with Bud. Here we go. There go the hype. There it is, fam. You called it. You called it. That's exactly how it's gonna go. That's exactly how it's gonna go. Even though we all know as boxing fans that there ain't nothing like that going on. His suits and everybody on his side is going to make it like he wanted some smoke. Salute to Joseph Thompson in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love and much appreciation to you. Thank you for the support right there, man. That's all right, man. Much love, much appreciation. That makes a brother feel good, man. I really appreciate that. And that's staying on the screen, man. Thank you very much, family. And thank you all for everybody that holds down Mainman Mademan. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of late, so my words could be fumbling up right now. But, yo, I really appreciate that, man. And thank you very much, man. Real spill. Sean, what's up, Sean? You enjoy that fight tonight, man? Hooker being in the Bud camp along with Herring and the boys is a good move. Absolutely. So iron sharpens iron. He's in a good camp. He's in a very, very, very good place. So if he's going to get better with the people that surround him, they can get him better. They just got to get him ready for 47. And I'm sure there was some whispers throughout of the camp like, yo, is this something you really want to do? That kid big. He stopped everybody he's been in the ring with. I'm sure Bud had to be there. I'm sure Herring had to be there. Stevie Nelson. All of them had to be like, yo, you sure? But now that he took this loss, like I told everybody, Sean, his stable got to be there for him bigger than ever because he took 2 losses in his backyard. Man. Oh, man, I appreciate that, Joseph, man. Oh, I appreciate you, man. You know what, man? When I see things like that, when people say stuff like that, man, that makes me want to work 20 times more harder. 20 times more harder for people like Joseph Thompson, man. Real spill, holding the brother down all day. Sean says, great fight, man. Great fight. Great fight. How long before Hooker is back in the ring? Get back in there, man. I mean, oh no, he took an injury tonight. I mean, of course, he got to nurse those injuries, lick his wounds, get his mental back together. It's fall. Nah, I think he should sit fall, winter time, bro. Fall, winter, fall, somewhere between there. Sit it out. Heal up, man. Go in the gym. Learn. Stick in there with Bomax. Stay in there with all that iron you surrounded yourself with. Learn. I ain't saying he's a bad fighter. One thing about Mo Hooker, he's a good fighter, but he is physical. He got to get prepared for the weight class. It's like he never prepared. It's like they rushed him into, I ain't gonna say it's like a rush job to me. Yeah, it's like a rush job. To me, his body never really changed from 140 to 147. They gave him a lower tier dude that did something for his confidence. That's good. But he's got to grow into that class. He's got to get the punch resistance down. See what those punches felt like coming back from a 147 pounder. All of these things that he has to do. And I really think that he needs at least until the wintertime, man, before he wants to test those waters again. That's what I would think. Fall, wintertime. Sit the summer out. Sit the spring, the rest of the spring and the summer out. If he comes back again this year, make it towards the end of the year. And we come back a totally rejuvenated Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Have a tune up? Absolutely. Have a tune up. Sean says have a tune up. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I'm about to get up out of here, fam. D-Lo 44 boxing in the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get up out of here. It's getting late on my end. It's going on 1 a.m. in the morning. Brother, kind of tired. I lost my voice. We had a big show earlier today for everyone that's coming on through. Check out the episode before this one called We Talking Boxing Live. That's my weekly show. And we had a great show earlier. So, you know, I've been putting in work all day today. So it's kind of late tonight, kind of tired. I'm going to come back tomorrow for another We Talking Boxing. And we're going to kick it off with another live stream. We're going to recap today's fights. I seen that Lawrence Okolie fight, man. I like that kid, man. The kid looking good. He's in the cruiserweight division. That's the practice division right now. Getting ready for the heavyweights. He's in the practice division right now. That dude Glowacki, wasn't much to say there. But, I mean, we'll see what Okolie does when he steps up. You know, the cruiserweight division is just the practice division, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up out of here, y'all. Much love. Oh, we got another one? Hold on. Much love to the fam, man. Much love. Robert Navarro in the super chat. Thank you, man. You're like no other, man. Oh, thank you for that one, family. Man, y'all making the brother feel real good up in here tonight, man. Thank you very much. I do it for y'all, man. Y'all are, man, the fam here, man, y'all don't understand. Y'all are the best, man. When I was this whole entire week being out of the loop, I was looking at y'all to stay in the loop. Real spill. Guys like D-Lo, guys like Renee Box Young, guys like Stormy B, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the fam, man. Salute to everyone. Salute to everyone that's part of the fam, man. Y'all hold a brother down. Real spill, man. My brother D-Lo 44 boxing in the super chat. There you go. One of the men that's one of the channels right there that I was glued to during my little 5-day hiatus. This man talks that real spill. That's my main man, 100 grand. D-Lo, when you can get up on here on the live stream, brother, I'll be more than happy to have you up on here. You already know. I'm just waiting for you to let me know and give me the green light, fam. That's all I'm waiting on, man. Much love to all of y'all, man. For real, man. Deep from Mainman Mademan's boxing hot, man. Now, I see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to check on up out of here. I'm tired as hell, fam. My voice is leaving me. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful night, a blessed night. I see y'all tomorrow for We Talking Boxing Live. And until the next one, thumbs up on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. And until the next video, man, much love to y'all all, man. To the next one, man. Peace out. Same to you, D-Ray. Same to you. Oh, one more. I ain't going to get out of here. I'm not going to do that. Napoleon Armstrong in the super chat. Much love to you, family. Much love. Much love. Much love, man. Y'all are awesome, man. Y'all ain't nothing shorter than awesome, man. Real spill. To the next video, man. Peace out, man.